I've collected the pile of all of the awesome, cool things that I have thrifted in the last few months because this is a show and tell. I'm going to show you all of the great secondhand finds that I've been able to find, sewing, fashion related, because it's just so much fun to see what we get, right? It's treasure hunting. It's absolutely treasure hunting. Welcome back, my sewing friends. Welcome. If you're just new here, my name's Evelyn Wood. I'm the creator of Vintage Sewing School, and it is absolutely no secret that I love thrifting and using secondhand sewing materials where possible, and that's kind of what we're obviously doing today. These are some items that I've collected over the last probably October, November, December. So a few months of thrifting secondhand. I like to keep them all and show you what I get. So I call this treasure hunting because it is absolutely treasure hunting. You will be amazed at the unusual, fantastic things that you can find at the thrift store. And sewing supplies, oh my goodness, I've made many videos about the sewing supplies you can get at the thrift store. I'm going to link them all down below. But let me show you through all of the cool things that I've got, starting with some sewing bits and ribbons and trims, and I'll leave the fashion and clothing to at the end, the bigger stuff. Let's start with the little things. I was very lucky to find some velvet ribbon. Now these are like, how can you say no to velvet ribbon, right? So this red one is polyester and it doesn't feel quite as nice as maybe I would like it to, as this black one does. I think this black one is an older one and is a rayon and is really, really nice. But these are always great to have in your stash because you never know when you need little bits of ribbons, particularly lovely lush velvet ones, to finish a project. And I also found this handmade lace. It is gorgeous. Sort of like brownish bone beige color, but it's just really, really pretty with the little scalloped edge, and the design of this is beautiful. So, you know, I have a large lace collection that I love handmade laces. And you can only find these secondhand, Okay, I also did come across some buttons. Now, I cannot remember if I actually showed you these last time. I think I had them, but I forgot to actually show you in the last thrift haul. So let's just go through them now, and if you didn't see that last one, well, here they are. I managed to get some wooden, I think these are coconut buttons. I love all these natural ones, so these are great and nice. These need to go in my brand new button storage that I have in my new sewing room, of course. Now I have to sort through the buttons. These ones. Now hidden in this little jar are some amazing vintage buttons. These ones here in particular, they are just plastic, but they look great. They're a little faceted. And even these ones I think are actually quite unusual with the little silver rim in here. So I think these will be quite nice just for the right project. And then a secret little bag of goodies here. This one's filled with all sorts of things. I mean, look at these ones here. Can you see? Aren't these just gorgeous? They have a little, my goodness, have I been on holidays that long that I can't remember what this is called? Shank. A little self shank on these ones, so that is really, really nice. These will be going in the special button pile. I have all of these little red ones, of course. Again, these ones are plastic, but they are really nice. These cute little white ones here, and these sort of, again, they are a shank button and sort of just frosted with the little daisies. Very, very cute. Buttons are great to have in when you find sets like this because it's the kind of thing when you need them, you need them. You don't want to go to the store looking for them because they are expensive to buy new. So you know, my button collection is huge and it will always continue to grow. All right, this one is interesting. It is a rug tufting tool. Who would have thought? It's clearly, I think, just by looking at this, from the 70s. It appears to be, I haven't like thoroughly checked all this out. It looks like it's a tool for like retufting and basically refixing a rug when all the little pile parts have come bare in patches to like retuft little sections. I'm an absolute sucker for little tools like this because, I mean, Where else are you going to find one of these days? Nowhere. And I don't know that I'll actually maybe use it, but if I do, of course, like I need a rug tufting tool. Obviously, right? This is going in my pile of other interesting old tools that I found. A couple of patterns, this menswear one and a Marilyn Monroe. I don't usually buy a lot of patterns these days, but only really interesting either vintage ones or something like specialty, like this one. I think is really great to have just for keepsake and history's sake. I find it really interesting. So I actually got this one from a garage sale. This, look at this, is just a gorgeous plate here. So it is like hand painted by MAC. Do not wash or soak. So it's all painted on the underside and for the top. I really think this will be a fantastic addition in the sewing studio to put like pins and things like this in here. This is a real delight. I just loving this one. It was a really great find. I managed to find a few vintage magazines. So this one here is one of the Enid Gilchrist books. It's missing its cover. Some of you will be familiar with this. And yes, it actually still has the pattern. No, actually this is a self-drafted pattern inside here. I love finding like people's own things inside these like books and that. Okay, it looks blank. All right. But this magazine is from the 1950s, just a dressmaking magazine. The instructions and illustrations are absolutely to die for. If you like following vintage silhouettes, these types of things are just perfect. And I mean, this is just a great little magazine. Another Enid Gilchrist, this one's from the 1960s, this one. So again, same thing, you know, just gorgeous illustrations and just gives you ideas of different construction techniques and just looking at different things. They're just beautiful, right? Beautiful. Look at these little pants. So cute. Okay, then I did find this very, very old magazine from the 1920s. I can't believe it was just sitting in there. It's very torn up, of course. Beautiful pictures. I love their photoshopping ability, even in the 1920s here. So this one is more, I mean, how could I leave this at the store, of course. Has lots of embroidery instructions. It's quite detailed in all of this. More needlecraft. I find these older magazines are always in more needlecraft. But as you can see, it's just gorgeous. Where's a pretty picture? Oh, look at these. Look at these. I mean, silk flowers like this. Oh, beautiful. I would love to do a lot more with this sort of thing. And these is where I'm getting my inspiration from, that is for sure. So this one needs a little helping hand and a bit of care. Is falling apart a bit there. Okay, I actually didn't find any fabric of late, so no fabric to show you, but I do have a bunch of, well, actually I think it's all linen here. All of these things are linen, so you know my fascination with linen. It is like my, is anyone else having a linen, like absolute cannot do it. It's just an absolute fascination at the moment. Everything has to be linen. I found this lovely little top just with a nice skirt. It's just going to be really casual, really nice. I really like these, not quite sleeveless, but all in one sort of sleeveless, so it just falls down your shoulder just that little bit. I love this shape, so this one will be really, really nice for summertime. I found this one here, giving me very much Edwardian type vibes with this. I am just in love with this. These sleeves will have to wait until at least another 4 months when it gets cooler for me. But this one was an absolute steal. Again, I mean, all these are secondhand. They cost a few dollars. This one I love. I think you will too. Look at this. This is just amazing. Again, very Victorian, Edwardian vibes with this one. All of the insertion lace through here. Of course, this is like a, you know, for the lovers and dreamers and the wanderers. Yeah, obviously just a current fashion label, but took inspiration from, you know, Victorian era. Gorgeous. And again, this one will have to wait to be worn until the temperature cools down. Oh, okay. How could I not leave this one? So this is a linen cotton, and it is just like absolutely my color, right? I know. Has these great little like frilly type sleeves and it's just divine. Another one perfectly in my color is, of course. So this one is a little blazer, and again, a linen, but I don't think that I'll use this one as it is. It's not really made very well. You can see I washed this, but the interfacing and everything is not really good. It's just kind of like, meh, it's kind of just not really holding its structure very well, but it is a lovely light unlined jacket. Maybe I'll make some kind of other version of it. Not entirely sure what I'll do with this, but the fabric and the color is too perfect, and even at the very, very least, if I use it just for like for fabric, for contrast, for like some collars or some cuffs or belts, but I think I'll probably turn it into like a light little cardigan type jacket for myself, probably, but that one has yet to be decided. Again, another linen one that I couldn't help myself buying. This one's not my usual colors, but for some reason I just could not let it behind. I mean, look at this. It is like absolutely gorgeous. It is that beautiful crispy linen feel to it that just, so good. So I really like this, you know, this sort of 3/4 sleeve for that transitional seasons. And yes, this one is a silk linen and is black, which is terrible for you to see, but just a little like button up. And it's super, super light. So you can see, right? Can you see through? You can see it's quite sheer. So it's super light, and it has this little like pin tucks at the front, and is just, well, it's a little bit bigger. I think what I'll use this for is to just take it in a little bit and use it as like a light like cover up, maybe a sun cover up in black. Most of all mine are white, but it'd be nice to have maybe a little black one. So yeah, I mean, silk linen, that's the ultimate, right? The absolute ultimate fabric, I think. And it's just so light and crispy and beautiful, and yeah, that is my linen fascination story. So that's, I hope you've enjoyed the little look through some of the things that I have managed to find at the thrift store. So as you can see, there's lots of like, so many different sewing things, vintage items, clothing, even think about these linen items here. If you just use them for the little bits of fabric, even if you find something that's, you know, maybe even a bit stained here or there, you can use the rest of it for fabric. There's so much sewing supplies at the thrift store. I hope it's inspired you to also have a look and see what you might be able to treasure hunt as well, because it is so fun. Tell me, which one of these is your favorite? Which one you have not left behind? I always love to hear it. Thank you so very much for watching, and until next time, my sewing friends, happy sewing. Bye.